Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are not familiar of who I go by One Cheap Compadre, and you're watching Cheap Compadre TV, where on my channel we talk about investing, savings, politics, and even story times. So, Barr wants to allow for Trump for a second term. So, who is Barr actually working for? Is he working for the American people, or is he working for Donald Trump? And I hope he decides very quickly who he's working for. Because remember, those who were loyal to Trump ended up arrested, indicted. Okay, so let Trump go down that route by himself, because he knows once he leaves that he's facing multiple charges. Okay, so if you want to help him, try to get that second term if you want to. But I tell you, at the end of the day, Biden will be going into the White House January 18. Mark my words. You can try all you can. You can try to do whatever you can, but it won't stick. Just like in 2016, this is totally different. This is 4 years from 2016, 2020. Things have changed. Whatever you try to do in 2016, it's not going to work this time. Haven't you learned by now that everything you tried, there was always a way of getting around it, blocking it, making sure that it didn't stick, that it didn't work? Now, for those who are concerned about the stock market that is going in reverse, it won't be going in reverse. Remember, Barrack and Biden, when they came in, they were faced with an economy that was going off the cliff. Remember, Trump was faced with no economic situation or downfall. He was dealing with an economy that was going up. So all he had to do was just continue to allow it to go up. But ever since he decided to do this tax break for the wealthy, things have started to change. Once he decided to do these tariffs, things started to change for the economy. Once the pandemic happened, things changed for this economy. So by Biden being president and coming back into office, all he has to do is stick to the playbook that him and Barrack did in the early 2000s that brought this economy back and back on track. So for those who want to pull out their money and are fearful and listening to someone who's saying that once Trump leaves that the stock market is going to crash, no, it's not. Okay, not one person can control what the stock market is going to do. Okay, so believe me, if anything, this is the time to actually prosper, and not for just the wealthy 1%ers, but for everybody. This will be a time for opportunity and prosperity, guaranteed. So you listen to the one who's in office right now if you want to, but I guarantee you're going to be losing out on a lot of money in the near future, because we're going to be moving forward, and prosperity will be a time that everyone could go through, not just the wealthy. Okay, now let me pivot from the economy to economic systems. First of all, here in America, we have a capitalist society. In a capitalist society, you can own your own home, you can start your own business, and representatives are voted in by the people, not by the government. Okay, so for you to listen to somebody talking about that this country will become a communist and socialist country, you are misinformed. You are someone who doesn't question anything. You just listen and accept. Do you know what communism means? First of all, do you even know communism and socialism? First of all, communism is controlled by the government. As long as I've been here, the government has very little regulation, hands-on approach. They may come up with some policies, but no one is dictating how you live your life. They can put in policies, but that doesn't control how you live your life. You can own your own property. In a communist society, you cannot own your own property. Okay? Everyone is paid the same, and you cannot start your own business. Does that sound like that's going on here? No. Socialism. That's when people are paid equally. Everyone get the fair share of the pie. There will always be millionaires, and there will always be billionaires. Only thing maybe close to that is to increase wages. Even if you increase wages, that does not guarantee that those who are in the middle class or poor will become wealthy due to increase in wages. And that does not mean if you increase wages that people will start losing jobs. That's just an excuse. Amazon has increased wages. Do you see him losing jobs? No. And many other companies in Seattle are paying people $20 or even more. And in some cases, they even have an opportunity to invest back into that company. So those who say that if you increase wages, that more jobs will be lost, that is totally false. That is a lie. That has no merit. That is not factual. Okay? This country is not being spread with communism. Do you know when communism happened? In 1920. And that was in Russia, not here in America. Okay, America was fearful that it would spread to America. All right? There were cases where people were putting bombs in mailboxes, and that supposedly was the case. But there never was a case where this government was overturned. In the 1950s, we had the Cold War, and McCarthyism was talking about there were communists in Hollywood and also in the government jobs as well, government officials. He was never able to prove that there were communists here in America.